I like volunteering at the soup kitchen because it's such a real person-to-person charity. There's nothing fancy about the soup kitchen. There's nothing glamorous about being part of it. Nobody's involved in the soup kitchen because it advances any social goals. It's strictly helping people who need a meal and a friendly face. And after all these years, you see it makes a difference. I've been surprised at the number of guests who come to the soup kitchen lately. I think when I first started volunteering 18 or 20 years ago, we were surprised that there were maybe 60 people in this area who really needed a meal at lunch. I mean, we think we're immune to that. That's something that's in an inner city. And it was surprising then. And then you get accustomed to the numbers, but they slowly, grew. And then actually in the last year or so, I would have to say that I'm surprised even after all these years at the number. The number jumped up to 300 and over a day, and that's pretty startling. I think a lot of people don't realize that we have this problem in our backyard. I think most people would be very surprised. Most people, even now, are still surprised that there's a soup kitchen. If I say I'm going to volunteer at a soup kitchen, many of my friends, anybody I haven't touched about it yet, are surprised. I would say to any friend of mine who would want to volunteer, and I have brought many of them in, I brought my family in, I brought my friends in, I would tell them that it's an experience they won't forget, and they'll get much more out of it than they give. I still feel that way after all these years, and everybody who I ever brought to volunteer in the soup kitchen feels the same way, that it's much more beneficial to them than anything they give to the guests.